Ed Highland for ASA TV. Attendees are networking with colleagues from around the globe, exploring the very latest products and services, and taking part in exceptional education. Dr. George Boz was inducted as the 2016 Laureate of the History of Anesthesia. In his Lewis H. Wright Memorial Lecture, Dr. Boz took the crowd on a journey through the discovery, use, and misuse of anesthesia, detailing the fight to improve the medical practice of anesthesiology and patient care.
Yes, 1862 to 1936, America's doctor anesthetists, including some future ASA presidents, turning the tide of asphyxiating waves.
The serious challenge of the potential for post-operative delirium was the focus of this session, which looked at how we treat patients before, during, and after surgery. A wide range of studies were examined, which left attendees excited about sharing what they had learned.
I never realized people were giving antipsychotics preoperatively, and I'd like to talk with some of my peers and see if they've tried that.
Especially to share with my CRNAs, nurse anesthetists. It is very important because we find out that a lot of time the patient stays in the recovery room longer than we expected, secondary to the medication that they use.
Multidisciplinary care teams, paying attention to pain, using dexmedetomidine for post-operative sedation I think is very important. Avoidance of benzodiazepines is important. And just really identifying the frail patients, both from a cognitive standpoint and a physical standpoint. Those are going to be your higher-risk patients, and those we really need to pay attention to.
Anesthesiology 2016 has provided a unique opportunity to review recent data on the effects of anesthesia on infants and children. Smart Tots panel on neurotoxicity provided updates from 3 world experts addressing the issues of preclinical studies, clinical studies, and the merging of both. Research in the area is now at a crossroads, and more work is still to come.
Cumulative data shows or suggests that exposures, short exposures, low-dose exposures to anesthetics are not causing long-term neurocognitive deficits or behavioral deficits in the children in general.
We've had some studies that have been released relatively recently over the past year, and this is really the first time that we've had a chance to synthesize them and really consider them all together. I think the good news is that the results of all these studies are in fact relatively consistent. Sometimes it's said that, well, the human results are just not consistent, and that's not really true. They're complicated because there are different kinds of studies that use different kinds of outcomes. But I think if you look from a higher level, overall, the results that we're getting, including these more recent ones, are actually very consistent and suggest that we're making real progress in the understanding of the field.
We have seen exponential growth in the elderly population, and that has raised questions about whether residencies should feature tailored geriatric learning. Increasingly, evidence indicates that these surgical patients bring unique issues to the operating room.
I think there's enough evidence if you compare geriatrics to our other specialties like cardiac or OB. We have patient population, we have physiological changes, we have surgeries, we have anesthetic plans we need to alter, and we have a real role as perioperative physicians that we should be in training our junior people and training our anesthesiologists coming up so that they're able to fill that perioperative role.
I think that this patient population is also more demanding and somehow have a better knowledge of healthcare, so that you can also confront people asking you questions that if you're not prepared to answer for them when they come to you, you will not be perceived as somebody that can provide the best care for this population.
Opportunities abound to learn from the world's leading experts, and in small, intimate settings like these, problem-based learning discussions. This group focused on how anesthetic techniques may influence the outcomes of breast cancer surgery. Here at Anesthesiology 2016, attendees can also delve into common and rare complications. This session on improving the safety of pain treatment covered the range of challenges associated with pain treatment and best recommendations. This year, there's a renewed focus on science, with more than 1,200 abstracts and e-posters, and more than 1,400 medically challenging cases being presented through the week. And as always, you can maximize your time here with the popular self-study program. Be sure to download the newly enhanced My Meeting app to make the very most of your time. Here, you're able to access the event schedule and customize your agenda with personal appointments, search for speakers, and view their presentations, and expertly navigate the exhibitor booths with an interactive map. Sunday was a special evening of support for ASA, and you can still participate. Come Together for a Cause benefited these 4 ASA foundations. You can send a donation right from your phone. Text one of these keywords on your screen to the number 50155. We leave you now with sights and sounds from Sunday's celebration. Come Together for a Cause. This is ASA TV.